Well, hello everybody. My name is Shelly. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've got a pencil in my hair. It is what it is. I had my hair up most of the day because it was driving me crazy, and now it's still driving me crazy. It is what it is. I'm sorry, you guys. This is the best. This is the best that's going to happen right now. I have some new products and I was super excited to play with them. And you guys have seen these now from everybody else who's an actual real YouTuber, and or maybe you haven't. But I've been gone. I've been traveling, so I got back and I saw them sitting here, and I'm like, ooh, I need to film. I need to film and then get it edited and up for you guys at my earliest convenience. And that is right now. So I'm so glad you guys are here. Hi. If you guys are new, I am not a makeup artist. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I get nothing in PR. I buy the stuff with my own money. And I do it so that we can throw stuff around. I do it so that we can ask ourselves, is this stuff going to work on ladies of a certain age who are not makeup artists? You know, is it going to work with our lifestyle? So today we're using a couple different brands. Picked up the new ABH palette. Wasn't sure I was gonna get it at first. This is the Nouveau palette, and honestly, the initial pictures I didn't love, and then I saw a couple of people's videos of it. I'm like, okay, that actually might really work for me. And then I picked up a couple of Jaclyn Cosmetics new products. I also got like a lip kit, lip liner, lip pencil, the lip stick, and no wait, hold on, what is this? This is a lip oil, lip liner and a lip oil. And these two things, I thought maybe I'd try with them first. One of them is called Star Power, one of them is Vitamin D. Reflective Light Putty Highlighter. I'm a little nervous about this, honestly. The Jaclyn products have been kind of hit and miss. Really like the blushes that she did, even the duos, really liked those. Don't mind the lip products. Thought that the eyeshadow palette she did for her mom was actually very sweet. I had no issue with that at all. I think it actually would work for a variety of ages and things like that. Maybe not the most unique and different and uninspired, but her makeup is, while it's glam, it tends to be not so much crazy colors. Maybe it was at one point in time, but it hasn't been for years. So, okay, so one of these is a putty highlighter. One of them is a Sunbath pressed bronzer, and one's a putty highlighter. These are the two products. This one feels a little bit more like the other product she has with the raised J on it, but they're square and this is round, in case you couldn't tell by looking at the product. I'm trying to get it open right now, you guys. So that's the pressed powder. It looks like it might work pretty well for me as a bronzer. And then this is the putty highlighter, which I thought was fascinating. It's this weird cardboard. It's not weird. It's like a normal cardboard component, but it reminds me of the original House Labs one. I didn't love those. But anyway, it does have a little J on it. I don't know that I'm really feeling this. It does have a mirror, and then the product itself, so it's a putty highlighter, huh? I'm just working into my skin a little bit here. Oh wow, yeah, it's actually super bronzy and glowy looking. Wow, what did I just do all over the back of my hand? Okay, so there's a lot of that. This is one of those products that is going to last you forever. Let's start with this, because I don't ever start, I can't say never, but I hardly ever use highlighters. So let's see how that actually looks on the skin. I might as well just use her little mirror, huh? Yeah, you know what? Once you work it into the skin a little bit, it's kind of a soft sheen. That doesn't hurt my feelings. It's like the mystery meat navigation. You just never know where you're gonna go with it. And this is actually not bad. She tends to be a little glowy, doesn't she? Bronzed goddess thing here. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw a little of this right here, inner tear duct, just to see how that looks right there. Yeah, okay. You know what? If I were, and I'm just gonna do the arch of my brow here. You know what? If I were a highlightery type person and liked super glowy skin, I could see liking that. The consistency feels fine. Sure. All right. Let's try this big bronzer. I almost called it a big ass bronzer, so I'm not ever going to get monetized. I'm going to grab a big fluffy brush, a little kick up, and let's just kind of bronze up the face a little bit here. What shade is this? This is Vitamin D. I'm sure my husband would have a joke about that. Okay, that's actually, you know, when people talk about bronzing all over, I get it. That's actually really pretty. Okay, I'm very excited to have this now. I need to take the protective cover off the mirror so I can actually look into it. Yeah, okay, before I get, you know, overboard with the bronzing here, I see a benefit to that. Okay, super cute. Like the pressed bronzer a lot. My skin does have a little bit of a radiance to it. I use the ABH Luminous Foundation, so that might be part of the radiance I'm seeing. But the shade is good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, win. You know what? I'm gonna put on a little bit more since I'm probably not gonna put on any blush. I might as well just drape this bronzer a little higher, and we'll call that Sun-Kissed Bronze Blush look. Yeah, you know what? Even building it up a little bit, I don't think it got muddy. Yeah, that's actually nice. I haven't been this excited about a bronzing product in a long time. I'm getting old and jaded, I think, here. All right, I'll just take the excess down here. I had a multitude of snacks. Okay, let's take a look at the most recent pickup. And this was one of those stupid add to carts. I was already shopping and then I was like, oh, I need a lip liner, right? Some of these Jaclyn ones are kind of hit and miss as far as shades for me. I have just found a Jaclyn Hill lip liner that I like more than any of the other ones. This one's called Macron, and it is a very, very pretty, soft pink, dusty peach, maybe? That's a great lip liner color. I might make up for some of the other misfires that I've had. And then the lip oil that I picked up, this one's called Maple Drip. Seemed like it would go well. Let's try. Light, plastically smell. Really pretty color. Yeah, okay, so the bronzer and the, I don't know about the putty highlighter, maybe, but the bronzer and the lip liner and the lip oil, big win for me. Okay, excited because today I want to compare the Mini Retro from Natasha Denona with the newly launched ABH Nouveau palette, because there's some of these shades that certainly look like they're awfully similar. I want to see if I can't get a similar look on both eyes. I'm not going to call it a dupe because obviously there isn't the same amount of quantity of product in both palettes, but I want to see if the shades will give me the same vibe, if you will. I'm gonna let's do the Natasha on my non-wedding ring side, and then we'll do the ABH on my wedding ring side. I'll use the same brushes on either side. I've got a piece of glitter right here. It's annoying. Our same brushes on each side, and then let's just see if we can't get the same look. If you guys are down with that, stick around, hang out with me here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. It's the transition shade that they give you. I'm not sure what the name is, but it's like the dusty pink. And I'm gonna put that into my crease and then up a little bit. This really, when it came out, was one of my favorites for the longest time. I really like this color story of the pinks and greens. I don't know why it appealed to me, but it did. Okay, so I'm gonna clean off the brush and I'm gonna go into Fleur on the ABH side, and we'll do the same thing. We'll just kind of start in the crease and just sort of work our way up here a little bit. I feel like out of the gate initially, the ABH doesn't pack quite the punch as far as pigment goes, but they're very close, aren't they? I mean, my contacts are a little fuzzy right now, but despite that, they're very similar. I'm gonna clean that brush off and maybe shear this out just a little bit here so I learn application look. Starting off at a pretty good start here. Okay, let's grab a little bit different of a brush. I'm gonna take the dusty green right here in the middle of the Natasha Denona palette, and we're gonna use that on the outside out here. Did you guys pick up the ABH Nouveau palette? Did you pick up the original Natasha Denona Retro Mini Retro palette? Do you have this already? Clean off this brush, clean enough to blend. Okay, the green is awfully pretty. I'm cleaning off my brush again, and I'm gonna go into Liberty on the ABH palette. I feel like dregs of my old eyeliner and mascara on. I'm so sorry, you guys. I was just trying to get this filmed and put up, and I really wanted to try that Jaclyn cheek product. I'm gonna keep packing that on. So the ABH palette, in comparison, the first thing that I noticed is it doesn't seem to be as saturated as the Natasha palette, but it does seem to build up to a very similar consistency. I feel like the Natasha is just a tinge richer, maybe deeper, and the ABH is slightly more dusty. That's what I would say about those two shades. Okay, we have this silvery green right here. Let's do just a couple little swatches because that's going to help us see. I'm going to grab that silvery green right there. Love that color. Beautiful. And then I'm going to grab this pink on the end right there next to it. That boy there. Beautiful shades. And then let's do this on the far end right here. This one, I don't think I've hard panned it, but it definitely has that look about it when you look into it. I think it's just how finely pressed that shadow is. So let me switch over to the ABH and let's see what we can do to comparison and contrast here. There are two kind of green shimmers. This one is the one that I think is the closest. So let's try right up here next to that. Yeah, pretty close. Maybe a little yellow undertone as compared to more of a blue undertone. So let's grab the other green shimmer over here in the corner called Hope. And let's see what that looks like next to it. That seems more of a gold green as opposed to a blue green or a silver green. Maybe a combination of the two of them will get me closer to it. And then let's take a look at Lily, which is the shade right here. It's the only kind of pinkish shimmer that we have. It is beautiful, and it does look like a cross between those other two, doesn't it? I feel like it's closest to the inner corner one. All right, so we're gonna use that. We're gonna use this shade right here because I think it's the closest match to Lily, since I would normally do just like three shadows in a look anyway. This will actually work out pretty well. In the Natasha Denona, I feel like that shade is perhaps a little bit of a topper as opposed to like, you know, a real true eyeshadow shimmer. It's pretty though. I like it. Okay, cleaning out the finger. We're grabbing Lily on the ABH side. I should have switched hands, huh? It feels a little crumbly. But I think we got it on, and it's similar-ish. Okay, we're doing what we need to do. Here, let me throw a little mascara, a little lighter mascara on, and we'll wrap up this conversation. All right, you guys, mascara's on. I didn't really do anything down below my eyelashes at all. I've been just leaving that blank more than not. Maybe sometimes I'll scribble in something, but sometimes I just leave it the way it is. That's okay too. Are there really any rules? I mean, do we have rules when it comes to makeup? Don't you just do what you like? All right. Here's the thing. I don't know that if you saw me walking down the street, you would go, oh yeah, she's wearing 2 different brands, 2 different eyeshadow palettes on her eyes. I don't think anybody would see that. So to me, this is a darn good likeness. Now, here's the thing. The ABH palette, you get more products. It's also more expensive than, these are usually $25. Sometimes you can get them on sale. This ABH palette has really become a good solid palette. I mean, I am not upset that I got it at all. I was a little confused when I sat down to film this because I was like, wait, did I already film with this? Hopefully I've done one. If not, I'm losing my damn mind, and that's entirely possible too. The Jaclyn bronzer, big win. Yeah, really like the bronzer. The putty highlighter, I don't know. I don't know that I'm really a putty highlighter kind of person. Maybe, I mean, it's not horrible. You know what I do like about it is it really does seem to kind of melt into your skin because of the consistency. I don't have any collarbones anymore. Imagine if I had a collarbone, would I put a highlighter on my collarbone? I might. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my collarbones. They've gone away. This is I'm gonna have to play around with this a little bit more. Big win on the bronzer. Is the ABH Nouveau palette, does it inspired by? Is it a dupe for the Natasha Denona? Maybe. You guys have to tell me what you think. Did I nail it or did I not? I hope you guys are doing really well. And until my next video, which should be coming up soon within the next few days, I hope you guys are doing really well. Thanks for bearing with me this long. And until my next video, bye for now.